Nation and mining family, what's going on out there? Yo, I'm Nemesis and I got my home dog here, Crypto Mikkel. What's going on, all you happy people?
How is everyone out there tonight? Glad to see everybody out there. What's up, Jay? What's up, Dig Deep? What's up, Crypto Nomad? DG Diamonds. How is everybody?
Right.
Welcome to Mining After Dark.
Ooh. And you know what we could talk about a little bit today? We could talk a little bit about, check this out. But not before we roll that smooth intro. Ooh. Oh, I love that intro. That's thank you, Gundy. Yo.
Mr. Gundy, you the man.
Right.
Hooking us up with the master plans. Appreciate it, buddy, for making all of these awesome intros and outros. Not just us. The DCA adventure one, both the intro and outro. Both of our intros and outros. Even Jay's intro / outro, because he plays DCA on intro and trading at the end. So he's trying to he's getting another one put out for Jay, so he has an intro and outro just like we do.
Yeah,
that'll
be awesome.
Spare time.
Right, because Gundy is one heck of a busy man. Wow.
Yeah. So, anytime you see the man, say you're awesome. Say thank you. Right. And, yeah, gotta love it.
You wanna know what's just as awesome as Gundy? It's these water blocks. Oh my god. These things are, like, wicked heavy together now. It's like, oh my god.
So they're, like, right on top of each other, huh?
Yeah. That's how their block comes.
Like, literally.
Yeah. That's how their distro block is. I got the distro block from Diamond Tech. The water blocks themselves are Diamond Tech, so it's all copper.
And the backplate.
With the copper with the aluminum backplate on there. It's got a copper water block on there, and guys, if you haven't seen my unboxing, dude, you gotta check out Crypto and Hot Rods, dude. I posted a video a little earlier. I couldn't wait to actually crack this box open. I was thinking about doing it on here, but I was like, I did the openings of the water blocks. I'm like, I got to give one to my channel. So I gave one up to my channel. Oh my god. So I do now have a 480 millimeter double thick radiator. All copper.
It's double thick.
Oh yeah. Completely all copper. So it's not going to play with the base plates on the water blocks. So you're going to have a lot of similar metals in there. It came with a D5 pump, clear fluid from My Mods. Yo. And I'm working on trying to get some, other things going, but I will be doing not sure if I was going to do it live, because I've never built a water block before, a custom water loop.
Everybody in the chat, I posted 2 links. The first link is the water blocks themselves being one water block being assembled on BCU 1525. And the second video is the unboxing of all the other little goodies. All the little goodies that he got in that box.
Oh yeah.
Playing what's in the box.
Oh, it was fun.
What's in the box? And I was like, I gotta watch this immediately. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, Digi. A lot of people don't realize. So, like the big failure for the closed loop systems is they've got copper cold plates on there with aluminum radiators, and that's not the issue really. It really isn't. It's the fact that the aluminum radiator gets air to it with that fluid in there, and it's not 100% distilled water, contaminated water source. Now you start creating aluminum oxide, and that garbage gets everywhere. Chris likes to do it live so he can see all the bloopers. Oh, thanks. Thanks, man. You're a real friend. What a pal.
What a good old buddy, old pal, old chum, old
right?
Old pooper.
I see how you are.
The Dig Deep Miner says, mine only has the water block on one side. Does yours have one on both?
No, I do not. The backside has a aluminum backplate on there.
Yeah. The Diamond Tech aluminum backplate.
Here, I can actually show you. See, bank. There's the backplate. Nothing special.
It's so shiny.
Oh yeah, it's very shiny. It's so shiny. So heavy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. He says, okay, the Deadwood says, just for the name to include crypto and hot rods, I had to sub.
Nice.
He said, I will watch later.
He's like, sold. Nice.
So at least the curse jar would be overfilling if you built live. Well, the curse jar doesn't exist on his channel. That's just a DCA adventure exclusive, as people call it. So yeah, but Chris, LOL, poopy, a pile of poo. Yes, Chris, Mr. Poopy. Poo on everything, Chris.
Right.
This is why we don't let you out in public.
Too funny.
Just kidding. You gotta love it. But yeah, and then, and that's all of this stuff. Because I did this on it was unboxed, but I showed a little bit of it. This is what. Oh.
There's your other option, guys, to cooling an FPG, the BCU 1525.
Yep. It's awesome. It had a little bit of damage during shipping. So it was a little bit of a casualty. But nonetheless, I looked straight down the pipes and it should be okay. It's just this top one that's really bent. Or top two. So, and I plugged it in and it still gets plenty of air straight through. I think it's so long. Yeah, it really is. Because I mean, the BCU is really only that long.
Yep. So that cooler covers the whole BCU.
Yeah, this cutout right here is for those the cable ports.
Yep, these fins right up in here.
Yeah. That gets about, I think it's about a quarter of the way is where those first bolt holes are, or screw holes. So yeah, it'd be interesting. There's the glitched out the green screen doing that. But yeah, it was pretty interesting, and I was kind of like looking at it, and I was like, man, this is like just like a bunch of fins and everything, and I was like, oh, it's really interesting. And then I was giving it a look, and I gotta try and find it. Right there. Catch a glimpse.
Little heat pipe over there.
a sneak of a heat pipe sneaking through there. So it's like pretty well inside the actual block right here. So that I'm interested to see that there is actually like heat pipe running through there.
I would imagine so, because even on the Dymastech water blocks, the water block extends all the way to the back side of the PCB, but it's like the width of the chipset itself, and it stretches back and cools down certain parts of the PCB itself right there.
Right. And I even got these cool little things, like, because of that fan header is like so tiny. I mean, like, this is like as long as it is, and that's it. Like, barely even reaches past the actual blower. Like, it's pretty tiny. So I was like, that's not a whole lot of room. So I went out and purchased some non-cheap Chinese fan, like 4-pin fan extenders. Picked up some Noxious.
Ooh, nice.
Right. And they hold up to 24 volt fans, and this is only a 12 volt. So, and this is not like a slouch of a blower. Like, this is like a really big blower. Blows a lot, man. Like, a lot. Like, to be like in comparison, like, this is like a CPU blower, right? CPU blower, FPGA blower.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
Wimpy. Hefty. Too funny.
You're right, that thing, kid. It's so huge. But yeah, so it's bigger than some car HVAC blowers I've seen. Oh yeah, man. It gets pretty loud. I cranked it up to 100, see what it was like, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Nice. That's got a 1600 watt Hercules PSU for $60.
Not bad.
A dang good deal.
Right?
Dang good deal. Those Hercules PSUs are really good.
Yeah.
Very efficient. Very efficient. That's for sure. So a little bit digging into kind of some of the notes that we had laid out for tonight. Past the topic of the BCU funds that we're about to be having, soon to be having, very close to be having. Where is Chris's FPGA turbo power? It kind of looks like a little mini turbski, just a little tiny turbski.
Yeah.
Turbski.
You got the turbo, and I'm running the intercooler.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works, right? This turbo is air cooled only.
Right.
It's going fast enough down the track that it doesn't need, it doesn't need like a cooler like that. I just shut it off at the end of the track. You know what I mean? Going 200 miles an hour, you don't need one of those. Yeah,
Sure you do. You just don't need it. You know you need it until you have it, and then you're like, oh, that made a difference. How much? I beat you.
How much of a difference? You lost. You tell me. Oh, it's funny. So yeah, so AMD, this kind of leads into it because it being a blower and all. So AMD has said that there will be no more reference blower knobs. So the next big Navis coming out will not be there will not be any reference style blowers. Now this isn't saying that a third party like ASRock or Asus can't develop a blower card. They can do that themselves at their own pleasure. But AMD is not going to release one, so we won't see those. What I find a little bit more interesting about this article is them talking about all of this, and as they spoke about it, the revealing of the next big design of Big Navi, as they call it, actually isn't like a 5900.
Yeah.
In the same article, they quote that the Radeon 6000 series might be looking at a RX 6900 and 6800 XT variants on both. So
it's like, are those going to be like more into the realm of server stuff? You know, are they? Is this like that high end of stuff, or is this actually their next generation stuff? We'll have to see whenever they finally do their official releasing on it.
Yeah. So, and this is supposedly going to be their RDNA 2 stuff. So RDNA 2 will not have blowers, according to AMD.
They probably already know that
AMD's
the temp
natural design.
They probably know that the temps would be out of control if they.
Yeah. They're like, That was. I wonder what memory they will use. That's a very good question. I would hope that they would use HBM2 because it'll be cheaper at that point because the HBM2E has been released.
Yep.
I would imagine that HBM2 would be a great use at this time. Now that it's a little cheaper, they won't like greatly increase the price of the card. Just because HBM2 is cheaper doesn't mean they're going to lower the price of the Radeon 7 by much, because when they made the Radeon 7s, the RAM wasn't cheaper, so they can't like drop the prices crazy because they'll never make their money back on them.
Right.
But because of the HBM2 memory at the time that the Radeon 7 was born, was really expensive. Now it's still a little expensive, but it's definitely not as bad as it was when the Radeon 7 came out, and especially with the HBM2E that has been released, which is
oh my
nice.
God, yeah, so nice,
really
expensive. Oh my God,
really expensive. Like we were all like going, oh my goodness, like HBM2 is expensive. HBM2E is really expensive.
Yeah. Go try to find something with those modules in there, and then find their non-HBM2E counterpart, and you'll be like, oh, it's like that.
He says memory cost was hell then. Yeah, it was. Dig Deep says HBM2 would be nice.
It would be. I mean, you can also look into some of the
RDNA 2. DG Diamond.
Yeah.
It's law.
Yeah, I mean, if you want the HBM2, you might want some cats, some jungle cats,
Oh.
Good God. That's the only thing that I would want over these BCUs.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Because Intel. RTX 2.
Competition in the
HBM
market.
2. Oh my goodness gracious. So much. He says, oh yeah, okay, the new NVIDIAs are shipping HBM2 3000 series or whatever they're going to be called. Yeah. Supposedly.
Yeah.
So if and with that's why I personally say HBM2 is clarifies that, you know, that is a very good statement, is because they said the 3000 series from NVIDIA would have HBM2, so it'd be a no-brainer for them to release an HBM2 series to counterpart NVIDIA, as well as the prices are way lower now for HBM2. So,
well, and AMD is also known for, you know, going cloak and daggers with what they're saying, and then at the last second they play Changeroo, and they're like, release the Kraken!
Psych, it's HBM2E. They're really expensive cards now. Oh.
You know there'd be people FOMOing in over that.
Yeah, Vegas. He says the Vegas are the forgotten HBM2 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they're also built on Polaris architecture, or kind of. It's still Vega graphics, but yeah, just not as good, eh?
Yeah.
It's not as good. Edward says, I think I saw a video where they said Radeon 7 Mem was over $300 in cost to produce in the beginning. Yeah, he says, but I know nothing. I won't read the other part, but he says, I know nothing. Yeah, I get you. Because that's about right. At the time that they came out, that they couldn't drop the price of the card really, because they wouldn't make their money back because of the expensive memory. So yeah, we'll see. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I mean, there is some talk of RDNA 3. I have seen that kind of rolling into the next article here. I'm not really. This part kind of got me. I was like, oh wow. Vitalik, my boot ring. He says, oh crap, I almost missed the stream. Welcome, buddy, welcome. I'm glad you didn't miss it. You didn't miss too much. At least you can recap from the beginning. But, so they're talking about Navi 2X at the end of this year, which I was a little bummed out about when I read that. I was like, really? The end of the year? You were talking middle of the year. Now we're at the end of the year for this? Oh, all right. That's okay. But then they're saying that Navi 3 will be here in 2022. So.
Yep.
With the newer series, Radeon 2, the Navi 2, all that stuff will supposedly be the big Navi. So that maybe, who knows, you never know. That'll be the 6000 series generation of cards, will be the Navi 2, and that'll be out towards the end of the year. Now we're rolling out our DNA 3 in 2022, and of course we got time to really work on all that, but it could either refer to a 7 or a 5 nanometer AMD card by then. So in 2022 we could be on 7 or 5 nanometer architecture, rolling on Navi RDNA 3. So we'll see what happens as we get further into the year.
What's up, Red Panda? Yes.
Panda. But yeah, so I don't know. It's still interesting. They're saying that the Navi 2 GPUs are actually going to offer about 50% more power efficient than the current architecture right now, with the Navi cards that are out. So we should see some better power efficiency rolling into the next generation of cards by the end of the year. So it'll be interesting to see if that is going to play, because if they can actually get that under control, it'll put them up in the contenders finally. Because that's one of their biggest hindrances is whenever they get really good performing cards, they just eat all the wattages.
I think that they're gonna have to start thinking about stepping up to the plate because Intel's gonna be releasing their first generation graphics cards next year. Is whenever they're figuring that they're going to be done with all the testing and all that good stuff on their very first graphics card in a long time. And you're not going to sit there and see Intel that's got a very good market share not have spent a whole ton of money on research and development on this. So I think Intel coming into the game is going to force AMD and NVIDIA to step up to the game. Otherwise, if they don't, I think it'll be a big mistake if they underestimate Intel's abilities.
Diamond says, "This is good card, 300 watt power draw."
Right? Yeah. Hey, this hot card is awesome. What? 300 and something. 340 watt. Can you pull it down? Yeah, I pulled it down. It's at 290. What?
Yeah. But it doesn't hash any better than Titan.
Right.
Pull as many watts, but it doesn't hash any better. And it's still expensive. Not as expensive as a Titan, but you're going to pull in the same wattage range. Yeah, it'd be it's gonna be interesting. I'm waiting to see, when all that kind of stuff comes out, what it's gonna do. So, he says, "Hey, who drank my beer?"
It evaporated.
I bet it was you.
No, it couldn't have been him. It evaporated.
Oh, okay.
Everybody forgets the evaporation factor.
Smash likes again.
Oh yeah.
Smash me again, says Chris. So, smash me again.
Right. We always seem to have more likes than we have people watching. It's amazing.
Says, "Hey, at least you guys won't have to deal with the 400 watt BCU." I mean, 350. 350 is as high as the wattage as the BCU is going to go. And
what?
Even then, mine's not going to go. Mine's not going to go that high. I can guarantee you that. Mine will probably sit around in the 200s, easy. 300 probably will be my max for the BCU, and that's acceptable for a BCU. I'll take that 300 watts from a BCU. It makes $5, $6, $7, $8 a day. Sure, I'll take that 300. It destroys. That destroys
my GPUs.
The GPUs.
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous. Dig deep. Yes, that is 2 BCUs stacked on top of each other.
Yes, it is, my friend. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, see, with it being like that, I don't get how you're supposed, because they come with the mounting holes for a CPU, for a CPU fan to go on the back of it. How was it? How are you supposed to do that with your setup? Because they're right on top of each other.
You wouldn't be able to. The only way that I would be able to do something like that is if I took this one and took one of them and flipped it onto the other side of the block and then staggered it like that.
Huh. Interesting.
Only way. I mean, it would work just fine.
Yeah. Just interesting. Because I would figure how
I'll be
you're supposed
testing this because, like, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get a fan to blow right through the center here. And there's enough room for air to escape right through here.
Right.
So I'm going to try to sit there and see if I can toss enough air down here to keep everything nice and cool. If the temperatures seem to be acting a little weird on me, I'll be flipping one to the other side of the block.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, DJ Diamond. The BC 1525 by Squirrel. Yeah.
Yes.
Vita was asking what we were talking.
Oh.
So, thank you, DJ Diamond. But yeah, that's for the BC 1525, and for my setup as well, is for the BC 1525. So both for the same same card, but for different types of cooling methods. As we talked about, what was it? Was it last week's What was it? This week's podcast?
Yeah, where we were talking about coolers.
About different types of cooling.
Yep.
So if you want like an in-depth talk about cooling, down below in the description is the Anchor link, and you can go to the Mining Monday podcast that we did this Monday, and it was literally nothing but talk about cooling methods, not just for BCU 1525s. Of course, we were talking about that.
It was really generalized. It really was.
It's really generalized upon the broader spectrum of GPU and even like cooling down a PC. Go that far. No, 4K for a BC if you buy one brand new, but there are really no more brand new BCUs.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're lucky, you'll find one brand new. If you're lucky.
Right. I got mine used. So
yeah, you score them for around $900 to $1,000 used. Easy. So, yeah. Let's look at that. A BCU brand new was $4,000 when they first came out. When they first came out, long time ago. Well, not really a long time ago, but like a year and a half ago.
Right, and the forest kittens, yeah.
Yeah, those kitties, man.
Oh my God, yeah.
Big D Minor says I haven't touched my BCU since I got them. He says they make great table decorations.
I know, right? I mean, look at them.
Just so cute. When I eat food, you can look at it. Look at it, it's so pretty. So pretty as I eat my food. Well, he says at that cost, what's the expected ROI? Well, granted, right now, if Wi-Fi releases the handshake bitstream that he is supposed to be releasing, that he hasn't released just yet, he would roughly be making around what was it, about eight or $9 a day,
something like that, yeah.
That's per BCU, as long as handshake stays like profitable and like a thing, because I've checked out the coin and I've looked at it and everything, and I don't like. It seems like an okay project, but I don't see it being like a viable profit making tool for a BC 1525. Like, I don't like, once it gets like released outside that, it'll be a little different, that's for sure. So $8 or so a card is about the best you'll see right now. When Handshake was first released, it was like $12 a day. You're making about, which puts it down kind of like in the kind of ASIC game. You know, you get it day one, first day it came out, like you're making big bucks, and it just sort of slowly dwindles away. You know, that's kind of even how it was with the CKB and the F1 Minis. Day one of it coming out on the F1 Mini, I jumped on it, and I was doing very well day one, and it just slowly dwindled away, and now here we are, a little bit different. And yeah, of course I did see, yeah, poor CKB. Yeah, I know, poor old CKB. I really liked mining CKB. You know, I'm still mining it with the F1 Mini, which probably not for long. Now that the tables have turned on CKB. You know, we all had seen that the Todd miner was supposed to be releasing a Eagle Song ASIC. You know, we'd seen that, you know, running around 1.6 terahashes of hash rate at 1,000 watts of power at $4,000. Was supposedly already shipped, but I have seen no such thing. Nor have I seen like a huge like hash rate fluctuation that big. So if they've shipped and they're out, like people haven't turned them on.
Or if they have, there wasn't a lot of them that bought them.
Because terahashes, I mean, a BCU 1525, you're seeing at best like 18 gigahashes. I think it was. I think at best. I'm just pulling numbers off my head. But I think that's like at the best case scenario.
Right.
Probably immersion cooled. You know what I mean? Like best cooling possible. That way you can push the frequencies higher.
Right.
And that's only 18. You know, and they're talking the Todd miner was going to have 1.6 terahashes. So I don't think that's really going to happen. Now, upon that happening, Bitmain has now released that they will be releasing an Antminer K5. So we're Bitmain straight away from BTC, and they made an altcoin miner, which I haven't seen them do in a little bit. I was like, oh, look at this, look at them making something, and then I was like, oh, rip CKB. So the Eagle Song K5 ASIC miner will be releasing the first half of April. Only is on their Chinese website, so if you can read Chinese, you can get your hands on one of these. I can't read Chinese, and Google Translate only gets you about a quarter of the way there. So checking all that out, we'll see those come out, and those are actually going to be pushing, what was it? K5 is rated at 1130 gigahashes. So 1130 gigahashes at 1580 watts of power at 1400 watts. So 1130. So 1130 gigahashes. Wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. Like, jeez. This is sad.
Oh,
so
yeah.
sad.
Well, that's why everybody keeps saying, you know, you motivate people the right way.
Take profits, people. Like,
Yeah.
if you're holding, like, bags of CKB for mining for the past, like, couple months, like, please, take, like, a little profit at least, like 10% or 15%, something.
Because as soon as these miners come out, what ends up happening is these miners owe this equipment owes the people who owns them the funds back, and they are going to be a arms race for them to do this. and they do not care if they bring that coin to the dirt with it.
Yep. Done before. They'll do it again.
And hopefully the devs of CKB goes, hey, we can't have this.
I would like to see them like make some kind of change and get ASICs off the algorithm.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's
I don't know that they will.
I mean, it's a dual-edged sword, you know. It's like, okay, do you want to let just CPUs and GPUs on? Well, the network effect is not going to be that big for security-wise, because you're not going to be able to run enough of it. And then the price of entry to help secure that network is going to be even higher. So the evaluation of said coin has got to be evaluated pretty high for somebody to be motivated to do something like that. So now your thing is you're looking at specialized hardware, which is going to be FPGAs or ASICs. And unfortunately, once you develop a bit stream on an FPGA, you can take the same bit stream and turn it into an ASIC. Same bit stream. So
more or less.
Yeah. I mean, it's the
same logic.
Yeah, it is. So, I mean, yeah. Guys, it's like you're a lot of people are like, "Oh, I hate ASICs." It's like, do you just jump on board? Because if you look at natural progression of technology, the ASICs would be the next logical step. Because after the ASICs, you're looking at quantum computing.
What's up, Unknown Crypto?
Yo, what's happening?
Deadwood says he's trying to get another AMD PC or build a Ryzen 2700 or a Threadripper 1900.
Hey, I've got both of those!
Mm-hmm.
So my Threadripper, I can get like 6,322 hashes second on that Monero. Oh. I almost can get it to hit right around where the 1920X hits, which is really surprising to me.
Have fun on Crypto. He says, "Sorry boys, it's poker night. Just coming in to say hi. Have fun, buddy. Win lots of money.
Right.
Hopefully it's like a Bitcoin poker. Hopefully you're betting on Bitcoin.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Bet on B.
If not, put your winnings into Bitcoin. Not financial advice.
Right. None whatsoever. We know nothing.
Nothing whatsoever. I just make YouTube videos. I don't know anything. So nothing.
Rock on, Red Panda. Yo!
He said, Deadwood says, which do you prefer? Power cost, and what does the 2700 get?
The 2700, flat out everything it can push to it without putting an LM2 pot on there. I was able to get it to hit 5,623 hash. But it's not 100% stable. So there's that factor because you're pushing the core on the clock speed of the CPU itself up really high. So yeah, I was running it at 3.9 gigahertz. So I mean, I was hardcore overclocking it, giving it its power, had it in a nice cool area so the ambient air temperature was at the best temperature possible. You know, and it would hash for like a good, maybe 10 minutes, and then it would just done.
No.
Where it likes to live life at, I could look over here because I've got it on my screen, I think. Or no, oh, that's the other one.
Yeah, he says where was stable.
Yeah, where it's stable at is like It bounces between 5,200 to 5,300 is where it bounces.
Where is it? What gigahertz is it stable at?
I have it at 3. I'd have to relook at that, but it's either 3.7 or 3.8, and that'll also depend on your RAM, how you've got your RAM overclocked, and what GPU you have in there too. So I tested it out on an older. I think I have mine at 3.7 right now. With my other GPU, when I had the 5700 anniversary edition from Nefarious, I was able to put the clock speed up a little bit higher on the RAM, which allowed me to overclock the CPU just a little further. But it didn't really give me any kind of significant gains. It just held it where it bounced between 5,250 to 5,323. So I mean, you got a little bump off of it, but not a whole lot.
Right. It's gonna be interesting. But, and then I just got a 1700.
But they answer the question though, which one I prefer though. I would prefer the 1900. That depends on if you're using it just for mining too. If it's just for mining, the 2700. If you're going to be using the PC also, then I'd go with the 1900. This way, you got a good CPU to be able to do whatever you want.
Right. And he says he'll be going with either a 580 in the rig because it's an AMD build, or a 5700. I'd prefer you not to get 5700. If you're going to stay in the 5000 series, 5600 all day. That card is way more capable of being played with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talking dirty over there.
Oh yeah. He says indeed that's why he likes DG Diamonds likes the 3700X. Yeah, 3700 is nice.
The 3950, that thing is just baller for mining. You're over. You can overclock those things to go beyond 14,000 hashes second.
Right.
On Monero.
Gerbil said just received my 3700X today. Nice.
Oh.
Congratulations, buddy. But yeah.
And Gerbil, whenever you get your 3700X mining on that Monero, let me know where your clocks are, how you've overclocked, where your clock speeds are for everything, what gigahertz you're at, and then what your hash rate is on it for that one chip. I've seen some of the posted data, but I would like to see real world data. And considering that me and this guy over here are not made of money where we can just go run out and grab all this awesome hardware just for testing.
For testing purposes.
Maybe if we had, 5,000 Patreons all subscribed directly to us, we'd be able to do stuff like that. But until that day happens.
Everybody that's in this chat goes down and subscribes to the Patreon. And subscribes to the DCA You're Mining.
Oh my
channel.
God, yeah. If we had all 14 people do that are watching right now, the amount of testing we'd be able to, the numbers we'd be able to crunch. Oh my God. Dude. The amount of extreme mining we'd be able to do.
For sure.
Oh my God. LM2 pots. Oh.
Deep says, well, you heard the man, go subscribe to the Patreon. Oh, bye Vita. This is okay, I'm leaving now. Kidding. Sad, it's like, oh Vita.
Don't leave us. You're awesome.
But yeah, so that would be fantastic. Of course, we'd appreciate anybody that does.
Oh yeah.
We have a couple people that are in here. There's two blue wrenches that are commenting right now, and those two are actually Patreon subscribers, DG Diamond and Dig Deep Miner. We appreciate both of you guys for joining in the fun. Deadwood says he's going to do the Ryzen 3600 Tomahawk Mobo. Right now it has a 488 gigabyte, 32 gigabytes of RAM, for 550 on C list. Yeah. Ouch. DG. Says, yeah, if I push the chip to 4.3 gigahertz, it hits thermal shutdown.
Yeah.
Ouch. Don't do that.
Yeah. That's where you need the LM2 pod on there so that, you know, you can get the chip a little bit colder, be running that thing at, like, you know, almost 0, and then you let it start mining. You start pouring liquid nitrogen into the pot, and it'll mine. we don't worry about power.
Times. Do you see that Vita put how many hashes he gets on his 3950?
No, I did not see.
This is 18,500 to 19,500.
Oh!
It says power draw 165 watts.
Oh! That's sick!
Nice.
That is sick! Woo!
Beautifully nasty.
Oh! Call that the hash master over there.
Jeez. That's a nice little killer right there.
Right? Oh my god. Makes
Rob
my
Cooper wants to
1900X
know-
look so wimpy.
Right? He says 15. Techman says 1500 hashes on an i5 7400 at 40 watts. Some sad.
I know that the S10 gets 500 hash. Have you found out what the S20 does?
No, I haven't. It's not my phone, man.
I don't care. It's in your possession.
Not my position.
It's in the house, man. That's all you have to have, man. If you can put your hands on it, it's in your possession. Just do it and ask for permission later, you know.
Hey, can I borrow your phone for like 40 minutes?
It's like, you know, ask for forgiveness later. It's easier. I'm just saying.
Building XM rig takes the longest. I need it for like 40 minutes or so.
I want to play with this for a little bit. Just walk away. Don't even say anything. Be like, I'm going to play with this for a little. I want to check this out, man. I'm kind of jealous. Just walk away.
Yeah.
That's all you
And
do.
I'm currently working on Patreon will see it first. A build list, like a full-on build, like sheet of how to compile XM rig on the phone.
Ooh. Yeah, because that was some juicy tidbits you stumbled across.
Yeah.
But then you know, before you do that,
me,
you've got to figure out how to update it.
Yeah, because it's
that's
really
important.
annoying.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Because I mean, using the program that I'm using on the phone, you only get command line interface, so it's not too bad, but it
You don't get everything.
navigating.
You don't get everything you need.
Right, and it's a little tricky because it's built on Ubuntu, but it's a little different. The way it commands some things is a little strange, but yeah. So I'm trying to check into that, see how I'm gonna work that out, and how I'm gonna update it. Otherwise, like right now, currently on the tablet that I was playing with it on, I just cleared the cache, so it erases everything that I've done on it, and basically resets it back to just stock OS.
And then you got to recompile everything from scratch.
Right, which, not that bad, but still takes a while. So, yeah, I'm currently working on the build list. I think I have the full text document like wrote up.
Hey, Deadwood, you know your beer only evaporates when you set it down. So, I'm just saying.
As long as you hold it, you get to drink it. East to mine on a Pi 4. I don't think so.
I haven't compiled any of the other miners onto my Pi.
I don't think any of the miners support ARM support.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And that was one of the things that I was noticing. I mean, even though that it's got a graphics card, it's got a graphics section, but it's all built onto the ARM processor. So
yeah, they have to have like specific ARM support. Like there's very few ARM support miners.
Right, and that's what I was having an issue with. Is I can't find any of the other ones.
Right.
It's like every time I try to configure, I'm like, oh yeah, let me try out this one, and I'm like, I'm just gonna try to compile it, and it's like, no, unable to pull this. Does not support. It's like,
oh, sad faces.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Annoying. So I haven't looked for anything else. I know that there are a couple of miners out there, but they're not for Ethereum.
Right. There was one for Raven, but it's old. It's
really
Raven.
old. Yeah.
It's old school. Not old school, but it's last pre-fork. So just X16R, not V2. So yeah, it's alright. So anyway, before we like sign off or anything like that, you guys got to go to that video right there. That video link takes you to yesterday's live stream. So next Friday we'll be giving away some Busy Bitcoin because the swear jar is full. So
we got that Bitcoin giveaway, yo!
If you want to go and win some Bitcoin, go comment on that video and put in your Bitcoin address. If you don't want to put in your Bitcoin address, just comment I love Bitcoin, and then make sure you're present for the live stream. Otherwise, you're not going to win. Because if you're not there to say, hey, I'm here to win, and you don't send us your address, then I can't send you Bitcoin. So
it's just how it's gonna go.
Just how it is. So if you're comfortable leaving your Bitcoin address out there for everybody to see, go for it. If not, then just comment I love Bitcoin and be present for the live stream next Friday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, guys. So be sure, get in there, get your comment, and get that awesome goodies.
And Walter, hey guys, what's up, dude?
What's up, buddy? What is up? So yeah, that's all I had. Wrote down on the notes area and all the good stuff. Right. So if anybody has any questions, please right now would be the time to go ahead and do that. So. Oh, what is he? Oh, goodness gracious, guys. He's pulling out a pump. He's gonna pump up his...
Ooh! Man, this thing is huge. Huge, guys.
That's a huge old pump.
That's the D5 pump, dude. So, like, the pump can go bad. I could just unbolt this whole thing, swap out pumps real quick, and keep on mining.
Ooh-wee.
And it's like fully adjustable on the bottom, dude. On the bottom, B.
Oh man, that's nice.
Yeah, because it's got a 2-wire Molex connector on there.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That breaks my heart a little bit,
but the wire gauge is like super thick. It's like, oh my god.
That's good, at least.
Right?
but still, hurts my heart just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. And then it's got a third wire here with another connector, but it's only got one wire in it. So weird. I'm gonna have to like get the directions out, man. I know normally
read them instructions.
I never really read those things. I just kind of wing it usually and be like, "Oh, something's not right."
This time it's like, I don't know where these plugs go. I don't know what I'm doing. Help! Send help! Mayday! Mayday!
That's it. I need an adult.
I need an adult.
I need an adult. Stay it.
I can't do it. I can't do it alone.
So yeah, see, it's just got a single wire. I'm thinking this is like pump control. Oh, you know what? I bet you this is for. If I was using this, instead of this plugs into the motherboard's fan header to trick the motherboard to thinking that there is a fan plugged in it for the CPU.
Nice.
I bet you that's what this is for. But man, this gauge wire is actually pretty thick, man. Super thick. I kind of really want to build this. I've kind of got everything.
That's funny. I was tagged on the Discord. It's a very biased opinion. It was being asked out. Vita said he's going to check out hash rate, and he said it all depends on what Crypto Mikkel thinks. And he says, "What do you say, buddy?" Savorian's comment back was, "Well, his opinion is kind of biased." I mean, it is kind of biased. I mean,
right. Use hash rate.
It's only biased because of the fact that I may or may not.
You're working. You work for him.
I work for him, but
you're an inside man.
Yeah. But yeah, so kind of biased. I really like hash rate, but I know that it's got great potential and great things are coming, and it's going to be even better than it is now. I do know that. That's all I can say. But I really like it, and you can have 3 rigs for free. And I know that someone asked on the hash rate Discord earlier today that we're currently working on making it to where you will always get 3 rigs for free. So whenever, like currently, it's kind of like, whenever you get the 4th rig, you're charged for all 4. But currently things are in the working for you'll always have 3 rigs for free. So when you add the 4th rig, you just pay for the 4th rig, and that the 3 stay free. And that's currently in the workings for payment schemes. So, as well as CPU mining and all that other stuff is coming in. Actually, I think the coming month or so is when the big massive update rolls through and everything gets pushed through.
Oh, nice. Nice.
It's gonna be so nice.
Nice.
So sensual.
Oh.
So nice.
I mean, I already know one of the things that are going to get pushed through, and I'm kind of excited over that.
I'm excited over CPU mining. I don't know about you.
Well, that's what I was talking about, man. That's the CPU mining.
CPU mining is coming out, and that's like huge.
Huge.
Because, I want to. Yeah, I want the CPU mine with all the things right now.
Right. I want a CPU mine with everything I own. CPU mine the world. I've got two motherboards that aren't CPU mining. This is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Unacceptable.
Shame on you. Shame on you. What's wrong with you? See, I don't know if you're here, Vita, but if you are, you heard my spiel. But I'll comment on the Discord, of course. give you my biased opinion.
Be like, I don't work for them, and I use them. It's a good alternative to Hive without having to worry about the oligarchy of Hive.
Yep. For show.
Their centralized platform.
They get 4 rigs for free, but those 3 of those rigs have to be mining Ethereum on our pool.
Right.
Otherwise, you gotta pay for them.
Right. So I decided to, give them the bone, and I left 1 rig mining Ethereum, not on their pool.
Right now, I have 1 rig on there.
Oh!
Because I was testing out with the coin mine.
I still love it. I love the testings of coin mine.
And just all the coin mine things of testings.
Right. You should just do like a montage of like all the miners it sits on, other than its own.
All the things that I can do with it.
Right.
My next is trying to get like a bootable Ubuntu on like a thumb drive and run it that way. Run it on like Ubuntu or something. Because like
oh, Ralph, we can help you out with that. That's easy.
Yeah, easy. So I've ran it on hash rate. I've done that. Mined on hash rate, done everything on hash rate, done that. And now I have it on Hive to test it out on Hive, see how it does. I ran it on wired and Wi-Fi on hash rate. I've run it on wired and Wi-Fi on Hive OS, which is really funny.
Have we discovered any kind of hash rate differences?
Not really. Not that I've really seen.
Interesting.
They hash the same, of course. But you can CPU mine on Hive, and that's why I'm even testing it on Hive. Is because I wanted to CPU mine with their, their Intel A8 AMD processor. See how that fared out on RandomX, which it only gets like 300 hashes. Yeah, because you gotta hash the planet, right?
Right.
I wanted to test out and see how that was in there. Everyone should have a USB by now. Yes, everyone should.
They're super cheap.
They are super cheap.
Super cheap to pick up boxes of them. I mean, these ones are 2 gigabyte each.
Right.
They're like maybe like $1 a piece, maybe. I don't even remember. They were stupid cheap.
That green one.
What green one? I don't see what you're talking about.
What's up, nerd? How you doing, buddy?
Yo.
Yeah. So it's interesting. The biggest challenge on running different operating systems off a USB on the coin mine is the clearance between the USB header and the GPU cradle that's in there. It will not fit a full-size USB at all, so I had to physically go buy another flash drive specifically for the coin mine, and had to get like one of those mini thumb drives, like those cruisers is what they're called, and they're like, it's so tiny.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I hope that this will even run an operating system for like a long time and see how it goes. And luckily, Linux was like low overhead, and running like a mining operating system is even lower overhead. So it runs good. So my next test is I bought a 32 gigabyte. I should have bought the 64. But I bought the 32 So I should be able to just be able to load Linux onto it. 32 gigabytes is more than enough to load Ubuntu and go about it. So we'll see.
All right, Walter. Catch you later, my man.
Yeah, later, buddy. Yeah, so I appreciate it, everybody. That has come out tonight. If anyone has any questions, now would be your time to ask.
Right.
So ask away. I don't know anything about a Ruger M14. Sorry, can't help you there. Techman says, any of you pups remember the eye opener? Nope. I guess I'm still a puppy.
Sorry, dude.
Yep. So many boating accidents, Ralph. Stop having boating accidents. He says it was a dial-up computer. No. That was... No. Thanks, y'all. I got my info on the 2700 and 1900. Any recommendations on a Mobo? Asus Strix B450 is a good motherboard. I seen some of those for sale on Newegg for refurbished for like $100.
Yeah, I love my Asus ROG Strix Edition motherboards. I'm a little biased to them.
Yeah, I'm running a B350 Asus Strix in my current setup with a Ryzen 1700, Ryzen 7 1700. So.
Right, and I got the B450F Gamer Edition, which allows for more stable overclocking.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, because that's the same kind of thing I got. Mine's just the generation before his.
Right, which nothing wrong with it. It's an Asus ROG Strix.
Vita says he's back. Was washing his stuff. You missed out, man. I was talking about you. You missed out the whole conversation.
Right. You had to be here.
So now I have to reply back to the Discord. It's okay.
So, anybody got any other questions before we head on out?
Yep.
I know there's like that few second delay on this stuff. It's like do. I don't have any RPi 3s.
Yeah, no. I might soon. If I can talk to I've been talking to those people about that one. I might have some. Because they're interesting looking technology. Nerd says what to mine with 4 gigabyte AMD cards. Right now, I have 4 gigabyte AMD cards, and I'm mining Ethereum Classic. I'm doing that as long as I physically possibly can, because as of next month, I think I won't be able to. So that's me personally. I'm mining Ethereum Classic as much as I can, as long as I can, because after that, I really won't be able to. I have a few cards that.
Right, my E3's already got kicked off of Ethereum Classic. I don't mind no more on there.
Mock says best exchange to mine or to dump CKB. You can use Hotbit, if I'm not mistaken. There's another one too that's just got added not long ago. Let me look for you real fast, buddy. Hotbit, Huobi.
Keep your ASIC off of our ETC. Well, I had a whole lot more at one point in time.
Yeah, you're looking at probably Hotbit, Huobi, BitThumb, are like the ones that I personally would say anything about. So, yeah, not a problem, buddy.
Oh, no. SHA-3 is not ASIC land. SHA-3 is FPGA land.
For real.
Welcome to FPGA land.
We're doing some damage. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Not a problem, Vinny.
Welcome to FPGA land.
Oh, yeah.
Das is good.
Again, guys, before we head out of here, that video link is last Friday's, so be sure to go in there and comment your BTC address or comment I love Bitcoin.
Just comment in there. You know, and then you gotta be here next Friday, guys. You can't just leave a comment and then not show up next Friday.
Yeah, you gotta be there.
Be there or be square, guys. And I guess, like always, definitely see you all on the next one.
Later, guys.
Man,
I
love rolling this last little this outro of Gundy's, dude. This thing is just amazing.
Roll it.
Oh man, my button's being a little delayed, so sometimes it does this. I don't know why. It is funny when it does this. Come on.